Hey y'all, I'm going to tell you about my Walmart get hired at Walmart experience. On this episode of Talk Hale, let me tell you, anybody can get a job at Walmart. And you like, why the hell you got a job at the Walmart? Well, I went and got a job because I wanted one. What? Let me tell y'all what happened. So, I was looking for a job just to have an extra job, whatever. Y'all know me. I can't sit still for too long. But anyway, my business is going great, all that good stuff. And so I'm like, okay, maybe I should work. Maybe I should just go get a job. And then so I was like, well, why don't you go back teaching? And I might as well, because I love them little children. They were bad, but I loved them. But I was like, let me just see if I can get a job. Let me see if I can get a job. And so I went to Walmart. And once you go to Walmart, first you gotta do the application online. So you do the application online. They don't even ask you all these questions. Then you put, what you want to do or whatever. And then they have they have this assessment, and so you take an assessment. And on the assessment, it's actually very easy to pass. You have to answer it like, I'm a strong worker. I got all this stuff. So if you don't answer honestly, because this is why I fail these dumb assessment tests, is because I answer it like my personality, but you can't answer it like that. You have to answer it like, I'm a strong worker. I don't get tired. I set goals above whatever goals I want to set, right? You'll pass the assessment. Now, once you have passed the assessment, like literally the next day, a location called me, but it was kind of far away from my house. Well, they didn't call me. He was texting me, and I was like, ooh. I said, ooh, people really get paid $13 an hour. Oh my God. Like, how do people survive off of that, right? So I can see a child, but somebody who has a family and all that, I'm like, or whatever. But I'm not working because I need a job. Let me make that clear. Lady Hale does not work because she needs a job. She does not work because she needs a job. She just wants some extra money. That's what that is, right? Okay, so I'm like, I was like, well, I need the one closest. If I'm gonna work for $13 an hour, I need to be somewhere near my house. So that one I turned him down. I was like, nah, I ain't doing that or whatever. And so then the people by my house literally called. No, they sent me an email and asked me, these questions or whatever. And then I was like, okay, sure. So then we had the interview, and the interview was real quick. I told her about myself, what I do. I told her professionally what I do. Like, I didn't even hold back. I'm like, look, I am a master marketer. I know what I do professionally, or whatever. And I would like the opportunity to, kind of even see how the big box work, this, that, the third. I told her up front my intentions, etc. Because in jobs, you have the opportunity, like, you have to, my husband says something all the time, is that sometimes you have to he can say it better than I can. You have to use it as a segue. So like, if I wanted to go corporate wise and do some corporate marketing, well, I need to get in that big box store. I need to see how the people shop, how they do this, woo. So then when if I apply for a corporate job, I have an understanding of the inner workings of Walmart, of how the Walmart ecosystem works, right? Because there's a such thing as being an entrepreneur, but it's but in an entrepreneurial way, and we do that on they bill, right? So anytime you're thinking about leadership or any type of thing like that, you work in an entrepreneurial way. When you're operating in an entrepreneurial way, you're helping that company internally without any liability. You'll catch that later. So anyway, so after that, I went to the orientation. Orientation was 2 hours. You come, they welcome you to the team. They tell you like family, this, that, and the third. And you meet the management team, loss prevention team, or asset protection team. And they tell us you are assets, this thing, stuff like that. They basically kind of tell you the expectations. They tell you when you're going to get paid. They tell you about your benefits, etc., etc. When you go into orientation, you do a like an icebreaker. Everybody say their names and tell something about yourself. So you go in, you tell something about yourself, and that was pretty cool. And after that, we got our the vest. You get the vest. You get a mask, and you get a pen, and then Once they give you that little stuff, that welcoming stuff, then you're scheduled for your computer-based learning. And your computer-based learning is about, 4 hours or whatever. And then I don't know what's that. So I guess I'll talk to y'all later. So this is the episode of Talk Hale, the interview process or whatever. Anybody can get a job at Walmart. There is no reason you shouldn't have no job if you want one. All right? Because Walmart hire everybody. I mean, everybody. Oh, and there was a background check, and the background check came back a day later. And that's when I got a call. I was like, okay, girl, come on in the orientation. I was like, okay. All right. Until next time. That's what the hell is going on. So I'm going to tell you about that computer-based learning once we get there. All right. Bye, y'all.